Builderall's social proof tool is all that it's cracked up to be, and can it actually compete with some of the other more expensive ones that are out on the market? Stick around, I'm going to cover exactly how you can use it as part of your business right after this. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jamie G back here again. First off, I want to say a massive thanks for joining me in today's video. If you are new to my channel, my name's Jamie. I cover internet marketing, affiliate marketing, how to get started online, pretty much all things digital. So if that's of interest to yourself, I'd love to have you guys join me for this wicked journey. Feel free to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to stay up to date with everything I'm going to be putting out. Like I say, what I'm covering today is the use of the Builderall social proof tool. Now, I have seen this particular software from other vendors or variations thereof for roughly about $100 per month, which in my mind is somewhat exorbitant, I must admit. I mean, don't get me wrong, the idea behind the software is incredibly powerful, and I don't actually have experience with those other softwares, I must admit, so I can't comment on the quality and all that sort of stuff, although I'd suspect for $100 a month, it should be pretty darn good. But anyways, what I'm going over is the use of the Builderall one. Now, before I get into that, what I wanted to cover real quick is exactly what social proof is and why it's so important to your marketing. And to give you a little bit of an analogy or an example, let's say that you rock up to a website, and let's just say that it's, I don't know, one of those little tiny sites, little niche sites such as Amazon.com. Maybe you've heard of it. Who knows? Anyway, I'm joking. Of course, it's quite a large site. Now, one of the things that makes Amazon really freaking amazing is you can have other customers rate the products for you. So let's say that you are selling a book, or you're selling something through FBA, fulfillment by Amazon. It doesn't really matter. The point being is that you can see customer reviews, and a lot of the time they're incredibly detailed, and they'll say, yes, this product works exactly how it was meant to work. And obviously they've got all this writing about the product. Now imagine for a moment, do you think Amazon's success would be quite what it is today if they didn't offer any testimonials from other customers, or any reviews, or any way for you as a new consumer to Amazon to see whether the site or the item that you're buying, I should say, is actually going to provide the value that you're looking for? Do you think that if all it had is just a nifty little image over here, I'm probably going to go over, yep, no, a little image, a bit of writing, yes, this is a great product, and it's, $400 or whatever. Are you likely to get your credit card out if there's no one else that's had a go at, or basically use that particular product? How likely is that? You've never seen this before, but you know that maybe it's something that might help around the house, or maybe it's a new suit, or whatever the case may be. No one else has actually used it. There's no testimonials. There's nothing there to say, to validate your opinion on why it might be worth paying $400 for. The thing is, you're very unlikely just to whip your card out and start paying for some of these larger items. Now, here's where social proof comes in. Like I say, that's just one example of people leaving reviews and comments, all that sort of stuff. But it can work in an even more simple way. And I use it a lot with my ads agency. So obviously, I run Facebook ads for my full-time gig. But say, for example, you happen to stumble across a sponsored post. You see them all the time on Facebook. Now, for me, yes, that's the exact shape and proportions drawn to scale of my Facebook ads. All right, so you rock up and you see on your Facebook feed an ad, and you've got basically two variants of the same ad. So exactly the same ad. I'm not going to be able to replicate that, but you get my point, right? You got two ads side by side, and I am going somewhere with this, by the way. Sorry, I do tend to ramble, but anyway, two ads exactly the same side by side. You just have to use your imagination. One of them has, down there where you've got the little like button and the comments and all that sort of stuff, you've got, say, 50, 100 comment, or 50, 100 likes, hearts, whatever else I can't even think off the top of my head, plus, say, 30 comments. And then you have a look at the comments, they all say positive things like, yes, I love that, and that's a great product, and blah, 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 and I got mine delivered yesterday, it was awesome. And then over here, you've just got a blank canvas. It's the exact same ad, same writing, same everything, just nothing there. No social proof at all. Now, social proof can even work in a very tiny way like that. And what I've discovered is that if people have already engaged with an ad, even if it's just likes, it doesn't matter. Forget the comments for a moment. Even if it's just likes and shares and likes and hearts, blah blah blah, I'll find that the click-through rates are actually considerably higher than if there's just a blank ad with no clicks on it whatsoever, because people can see that other people have already responded to this, other people already like it, other people have gone through the process of reading it and they validate it for that person seeing it for the first time. So that is social proof, and that is why it's so important in our marketing. Now, anyway, I appreciate you sticking with me. Hopefully that all made sense. And sorry to ramble, but anyway, I'm back on Builderall now. What I'm going to go through is just using the social proof tool. Really, really basic, really, really straightforward. All we need to do is just click on the create campaign up here. Now, I actually went through this process very recently for something else, so I'm just going to go through and just update a couple of these things. I'm just going to go YouTube video test. Doesn't really matter what you call it, it's just something that you can identify more than anything. What do we want to do? Drag and drop site builder or on the e-learning user registration? That's pretty cool as well. So obviously there's an entire e-learning thing over here somewhere there. Where you've got like lessons and you can see how far someone's gone through a course, and basically that person can do little tests and stuff and make sure that they actually make it through the course. But anyway, that's another video for another time. Right. I'm going to put my site here. Actually, no, I'm not. I've got one ready. I'm just going to pause this while I grab my site. Bear with me a moment. Alrighty, so I just got this site that I use for stuff like this. So I'm just going to put that in there. Paint Survey Shop. You're welcome to check that out. I'm not going to bother about putting in a logo, although I probably would suggest that you do for your own site. Obviously, I don't really need to go through that. You know how logo works. The show more button. So hopefully if I just scroll down, it's going to, yeah, cool, okay. So that's what it looks like. And so where this gets really cool is that you can start seeing how it's going to take shape. So you can open up a list of users. So what I probably wouldn't bother with that, to be perfectly honest, this little button here, just simply because it's going to open up a list of other people that have basically purchased the product or opted into the website, whatever the case may be. And the reason why I suggest not doing that is because if you are only just installing this on your site and you only get one or two opt-ins or sales per day or week or whatever, it doesn't really prove a very strong case for the person viewing this for the first time if there's only one or two people there. To doesn't really validate it for them enough, whereas if there's, say, 100 people, for argument's sake. So I probably wouldn't bother about that. Enable pop-up on mobile devices. Look, we all are not really fans of pop-ups, I must admit, but this is designed to be discreet and not really annoy people too much, so I'd probably just leave that on. We can put whatever we want here. Campaign description, this is just more for this up here, so just so we can keep track of it if we've got like 100 running at the time. I'm just going to say blah, 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 YouTube. And here's where it gets really cool. You can change the theme of it. So white, obviously if you've got a white website, you might want to just leave it as white because it's quite unobtrusive. But you can also play around with it. You got blue, which I think looks really nice, almost matches the Facebook colors in some ways. Orange, I mean, that just catches your eye. But again, other people might find that quite disturbing to see that. So me personally, I'll probably just go with something a little bit sort of conspicuous like white anyway, and it still captures attention, but it's not really like bang in your face. But again, that would probably depend on the type of site I'm using as well. The one I'm putting it on is just a very disgusting looking landing page, so maybe I'll be inclined to put that on something like orange anyway. Let's do it. Why not? Be a rebel, Jamie. Translation. So what are we actually trying to do here? So is it something that someone's purchased, or blah blah blah, just claimed? No, it's just claimed their free report. That's old, that's not relevant, more from minutes ago, hours ago, days ago. Yep, all makes sense. And you can also elect to have what you have here. So do we want the what? What is it? What are they actually getting? Just claim their free report. Do we want that? Where are they from? So it won't. I mean, obviously for privacy reasons, can't say, oh, they live at this particular address, but at least it can kind of give blah 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 from Miami Beach, just for da 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 da. I'd leave that as it is because I mean you do want that social proof there. I'm just going to hit the save button, and that should refresh. And there we go, blah 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 YouTube. Cool, that's exactly what I wanted to say. All right. So here's where it gets really cool, okay? So we can come over here, and now we just need to install this. So what I'm going to show you is how to install it on the Builderall editor, okay? So what we need to do, come over to code up here. I probably wouldn't worry about this last one here. It's just if you had a table, when you click on the More button, it opens up into how many users have actually signed up, and that person can see the names. I probably wouldn't bother about that just at the moment, to be honest. All right, code for data collection, first of all. Let's just copy this. Copied, bang. And we're just going to get you to jump over to the editor. This is just the very basic looking site that I'm editing. So what we need to do, we actually need to add a section for it's called an HTML holder, table holder, I think, something like that. Anyway, I'm not really down with the lingo, obviously. So just click on this little green button over here and scroll down until you see this button here, which is apps. And we're going to click on that. And right at the top here, add HTML placeholder. That's what I meant to say. Damn it. Okay, drag this down a little bit. And we can just change that around just so it sits there nicely. And I want to make that a little bit smaller. Oops, use that one instead. Doesn't really need to be that wide. Cool, okay. And I want to center that as well. So I'm going to center that, bang. Okay, so that's that. And we've already copied that. So now all I need to do is right click on this particular thing, click on edit. And what we want to do is leave that as it is, but delete all that information there, all the HTML. Just trying to put its own head there. Sorry, its own tag. So I'm just going to highlight, Control A to edit. To select all, delete, and I'm just going to paste that in there. That's the new script. Now, what we also want to do is I'm going to come back to that other screen and grab our second line of code. So one's to collect the data. The second one is to display the notifications. We want to collect that, copy that, sorry. And we want to come back over here and we want to hit enter. It's going to create a new line of code, paste that in there. And then we want to go bang, confirm. Okay, so because it's a placeholder, it's not actually going to show anything just yet. So what we want to do is obviously save that page. Yep, free report, save that. It'll say something like, I'm going to take 5 minutes to take effect, and then I'm going to say, fine, I've got all the time in the world, no worries. Cool, so I'm just going to pause this now, and I'm going to do a test run. I'll show you guys how it looks on the other side. See you soon. Alrighty, so I'm just going to go over to the actual page itself, see how we got on there. Alrighty, so there we go. What's up, bitches? I've just claimed their free report. So there you go. I mean, obviously it doesn't really look that flash, I must admit, but that's more my page than anything else. But you get the idea. And you can see if you were arriving at a landing page for the first time and you see James just claim their free report, Susan just changed to claim the free report, Michelle just claimed free report. It's going to make it that more likely that you're also going to claim your free report. So anyway, that's it. That is using social proof in your business. And if you did want to grab a free trial of Builderall, test this out for yourself, save yourself that $97 per month subscription for some of the competitors out there, have a look at the link below this. I'd love for you to join my team, and happy to help you out as much as I possibly can. Anyway, that's it for today. My name is Jamie G. I want to say a massive thanks for joining me. Smash that like button. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.